3 games in 7 days. What are you doing to get the team prepared?
Same thing we've done before. We've had it a couple times this year. Short turnaround times. We prepared 1 day last week for Alabama already. We took a day in between. I really wish Chelsea hadn't have said that in our press conference, but whatever. We prepared for Alabama 1 day last week, so the quick turnaround's not too big of a deal for them, but then to turn back around and get ready for Florida again, we've been doing it all year, so it shouldn't be anything new.
Building off of a win like that, that's the most important thing for you guys right now, so not have a letdown.
And it's a change in aspect. There's more people here today. The kids had 488 text messages after you beat Tennessee. Gafford's tweeting at you. People that don't normally tweet at you are tweeting at you. You go from having a little chip on your shoulder of people are calling us underdogs to now you're expected to win. So it's new for some of these kids. Some of these kids hadn't had this since they were in high school. Some of them hadn't had it since they played for USA Basketball or wherever. So it takes a new approach. It'll change how we feel. There's no question about it. It's just human nature, so we'll see how we handle it.
I don't think Mal got asked after the game, but the way the game ended here last year, for her to turn the ball over at midcourt to hitting the game winner, I mean, what does that do, you think, for her confidence?
I don't think she thought about it either, but just the number of times she's had to have seen that thing replayed and seen it, it's got to be good as a senior to have that happen and then do it on the road. You know, I know she felt responsible last year. It's always that last play that everybody magnifies, but if Mason doesn't hit that 3 at the top of the key with 48 seconds left, or Chelsea doesn't drive it down there, or we don't get to stop it, they all magnify. So I think Mal, with the injury to IT, she had a different mindset in practice those 2 or 3 days too. So I think that'll continue to carry over this week.
That mindset with her for having to play as many minutes as she did and have the success she did, how much can you build off of that?
A lot. And I think, too, it forced her not to have a conversation ahead of time about, and I pulled her out right before the start of the game and said, I'm going to take you out around every media timeout. You're going to get 20 seconds extra rest here. And then she doesn't have to look over her shoulder like, why am I coming out? She knows why she's coming out. It forced us to communicate better during dead balls. She really, really had an outstanding game as a leader. She'll be the first one to tell you she could have made 5 or 6 more of those shots, but she was really good in the other aspects.
Mike, before you went to Italy, you talked about the inability to close the one-possession games last year. What's changed this year?
We beat our guys' practice team on a Sunday night right before the season started, and it was the first time we've been able to do it, whether it was against them or in a real game. And now it's happened 4 times. Last possessions, we either needed to stop and a score or both, and they've been able to do it. I think it's one of those things that you have to experience it. I don't think you can talk about it. You can try it in practice. You can try to simulate all the drills, but it doesn't have the same impact as that buzzer going off and that genuine joy of jumping up off that bench. You look at our kids' reactions. Those are all genuine. You can't manufacture that or create that. So I think that was something that happened in a closed-door scrimmage against a bunch of students that volunteered their time for us. So.
What are the keys against Alabama if you guys are going to win?
Well, pretty much very similar to Tennessee. You've got to rebound with these guys. They really do a good job on the boards. That's why they've beaten Tennessee 5 straight times. It's because they can keep them off the boards. So luckily for us, that was preparation that we had to have for Tennessee, and we did a good enough job. You've got to do that again. They're rugged. They've got 4 starters over 6 foot, and we're going to be giving up size and strength at every position. So you try to turn them into speed rebounds again, make them take 3s. Don't let them drive it. And then when they do bring that thing down, we swarm it like we did with Tennessee. So good practice, good preparation. We're very lucky we got our guys' practice squad back because it'll be easy to simulate.
How impressive, and I know the rebound numbers, but just to see the hustle plays to get those rebounds, and how much can you build off of that?
Well, it's got to be built off of. Otherwise, like you said, you don't use that momentum for you. Success kind of breeds confidence, and I think we had some success doing it. We learned, too. Chelsea got a couple of fouls that she doesn't need to get. We can't afford for her to be in foul trouble. Mal got one that put her in a little bit early foul trouble. So you got to tame that aggressiveness with a little bit of savvy, too. So I'm glad we played Tennessee and Alabama back-to-back because of the similar prep. It'll just be a matter of can you do that at home and can you do it back-to-back nights.
What was the locker room like?
I didn't go in there. I don't go in the locker room after games, especially a win. They don't need me in there after that. They had a blast. I can tell you that because I could hear it. But I didn't go in there. I'm not one of those coaches y'all are going to see dancing with their team in the locker room and getting water thrown on them. They don't need me when we win. They need me when we lose. So I let them enjoy it, and but the plane ride was fun. I can tell you that we had a lot of people watching the replays of the game, and so it was good.
You don't seem like a guy to miss out on a party.
I'm not. It's two different things, Brett. It's two completely different things. I just don't think. Those guys need to be together during that time, and you go in there and we see all that stuff on social media. I just don't ever want us to have one of those.
As you try to build your program up to where you want it to be, where it was when you were here as an assistant, I mean, how much can a win like that maybe spark some more interest from fans and get you in?
It has sparked. It already had. I mean, I walked into a high school game last night. A small group started calling the Hogs. People going in, stopping us at CJ's burger joint, and I know the kids have been getting stopped. It just increases the exposure. That was the big Monday game. There was only like 4 games in women's basketball going on the entire night. So that was why I had 488 text messages, because everybody was literally watching it. And it was Tennessee. But I think it does. That's the type of thing that may bring out a family or two on a Thursday night that might normally not come, and they have a great experience once they get there. Our live game experience is so good that they come back.
How important is a balanced effort like you got the other night with like toll-free having the first period and then having Chelsea and just that group collectively, and how much do you need that night in and night out?
Definitely need it to win those games that we're underdogs in. I don't think there's a team on our schedule where we're going to be an underdog that 1 or 2 people can do it. We need 3 or 4. And then you need everybody else staying in their roles. Taylor and Kiera sacrificed points and individual rebounds by simply blocking out their kid and letting us go get the rebound. So just a collective effort. If we get 7 or 8 kids fulfilling their roles, then we've got a chance to beat anybody left on our schedule.
Could you play those two together, and how much would you do that if you needed to with some of these teams?
We probably couldn't do it without practicing it a little bit. Our offense just isn't designed to go that way. We played them a couple of possessions one time just when we needed a defensive rebound. And I think if it came down to a situation where we did need that, we could play them. I wouldn't play them together probably on offense very much yet. All right. Also, no truth to the rumor that my appearance with the pep band tonight will hurt attendance. I think it's
No, that is going to pump up attendance.
I think
You will
it's-
be playing tonight with the pep band first time out, so be sure to get your cameras swung around.
Journey,
We'll be ready for it.
Journey fans, be ready. And it's not don't stop believing. I'll tell you that.